Welcome into the DGD Podcast. As always, Robert, Kobe, Keon. It's the bye week, folks. It's the bye week. It's a second bye week, and it feels strange. It feels weird, but here we are. Guys, tonight's show, obviously, y'all know, as always, brought to you by friends over at Alumni Hall. Do yourself a favor, go to dgdpodcast.com. Shop Alumni Hall. Just scroll down, find their logo, click it. Use our website, shop, get 8% off, or 8% will go to the Classic City Collective. Or if you're able to, go to their store in Athens, get 10% off your order when you mention the DGD podcast. Either way, support Alumni Hall, guys. I'm going to show you some stuff right here. Jerseys, cold weather gear, right? Shirts, all of it. All licensed, by the way. Get yourself geared up for whatever. They got you covered. All right, it's Alumni Hall. Thanks to Alumni Hall for sponsoring the show. With that being said, boys, Keon and Kobe, we haven't had a chance to do this. Obviously, our last episode, we recapped Texas and how Georgia doubled up, right? But there's two different things here, two different perspectives that are brand new that we haven't been able to talk about. So I want to give this an opportunity to do so. Kobe, I'm going to preface this by saying you were on the Georgia roster the last time we played Texas in 2018 in the Sugar Bowl. So we're going to ask you about that. And Keon, you were there this past Saturday. So we're getting two different perspectives, and I want to give an opportunity for y'all guys to talk about that and what Saturday meant, right? I don't care who wants to start, but I'm going to just let y'all talk because I'm ready to hear these perspectives. And I'm sure everyone else listening is too.
Yeah, I'll get us started. I think that last time we played Texas, we rolled out 2018. You're off a bit of a disappointing end to the season. You're 11-1 in the regular season. And then you go into the SEC championship, you play Alabama. You have a game that is kind of like being in the twilight zone. Go out, you really are giving it to Tua all he wants. Then he gets hurt, bring in Jalen Hurts. They come back, they win. Very eerie, very similar to the way your previous year had ended. Kind of roll into bowl practice. You're playing Texas, you're going down the Sugar Bowl. And I just think that it was a time where we were still mixed with some of Kirby's guys, some of Mark Richt's guys, some older guys that were thrust into some leadership positions that, maybe weren't necessarily leaders, but had to be because they were upperclassmen or they were just a good football player. And so, coaches kind of were like, well, here's your leader. He's your best defensive player. And we got down to bowl site. A lot of these guys are opting out, choosing not to play, gonna, nurse an injury. And I respect that. Like, a lot of those guys went on, played next level, still playing in the next level. So I get it. That was right at the time where sitting out bowl games were just beginning. We roll into Texas and, we're thin at best. And play a fairly close game. Doesn't start out great. I remember first drive of the game, have a low snap on a punt that Jake Camarda catches on one knee, and we give them the ball like inside their own, 30. They go down and score at 7-0 Texas early. So, definitely left a bad taste in the mouth. I think it left a bad taste in the head ball coach's mouth. If I remember right, that's the only non-conference opponent I believe we've ever lost to under Kirby Smart in 9 years.
I believe so.
Yeah, I think so. So like you're saying, definitely at the time was a huge loss and kind of a blemish on his resume. And I think Saturday not only had kind of a Nick Saban tree versus Nick Saban tree game, but also had a Georgia versus Texas with some unfinished business from last time. I think everybody here remembers the "we're back" call by Sam Ehlinger at the end of the game. Just a funny one, a little premature. Took Texas a couple of years. I'd say that they're back after last year and this year. They're They're a top 10 program in college football right this second with a coach to kind of back that up. So Sam was a little early on that call, but you know, it was a good game. I enjoyed it. Glad we got to go back the next year and play Baylor, kind of leave with a little bit better taste that year. Keon, I'm interested to hear, man lives in Texas, big Georgia fan, or play in Texas, and you get to go. Love to hear kind of what your thoughts were and how the crowd was and all that.
Tell us your stories.
So, let's start by the fact I walk into DKR. There's no security. So, I'm walking in with whatever I could carry at that point. And it made me start thinking, some of y'all are walking in here with whatever you could carry at that point. Either way, so we get into, I get in there, right? I get to my seat. There's maybe, I'm sitting, so if you go back and watch the game, right, where, I don't know if they ever showed the Texas band at all throughout the game, but if they did, I was in the section right above them, like right behind them.
Mm-hmm.
So
I'd have to look. I'd have to go back to the TV tape and see it again. I wasn't focused on. I wasn't focused on the crowd more so than the game, but yeah.
Yeah. So I was sitting right back there. There was no more than maybe 10 Georgia fans spread out throughout our entire section. So I get there, and first and foremost, pulled pork sandwich that I had got from the concessions, top tier shit, man. Oh my god,
Keon, I gotta make you a pulled pork sandwich, man. I think it would top it.
Man, it was delicious. I'm not gonna lie to you. So I get to my seat, right? I got me about 2 Modelo's, 3 waters, a pulled pork sandwich, and some Cheetos. I kill all of that within the first quarter. So, but before the game even kicks off, right? I get to my seat, and all of the Texas fans starts talking to me like, "Oh man, well," and this is why I say you can't get your arguments with people from social media, because people from social media, it's a whole bunch of fake news. They're a bunch of arrogant fans. You got to talk to the people that are at the games. Because when I got there and I got to my seat, I can't tell you how many Texas fans were tapping me on the shoulder like, "Hey, buddy, hope we make it close." Like, I'm like, damn, me too. Like, they already knew we was finna come in there and beat them. So then the game starts, right? I'm just sitting here watching, right? And I think the very pivotal moment for me in the game, if y'all remember that Dalen Everett sack, the moment that sack happened, I turned and I looked at everybody in this, like, that was on my row and even behind me, and I straight up told them, I'm like, look, you're not about to score on this drive. This is over, right? But if you don't score on that next drive that y'all come back out here, shit's finna get dark fast. And in came the night, okay? And boy, I lost my voice. I make no mistake, I just got my voice back. Like,
you can tell that there's some resemblance of it coming back for sure. I know.
Yeah.
Keon wasn't on the initial recap show Monday.
Oh, I did.
He couldn't talk.
Yeah, I couldn't even sound like me.
He sounded like he was. He sounded like he was crying like Red.
Yeah, no, it was bad. And so the biggest thing that I really take away from it all is just these guys were just full on motivated. Shout outs to our defense. Shout outs to Glenn Schumann, Kirby Smart, hell, Will Muschamp. Shout outs to those guys. Shout outs to the players, man. Because I'm not going to lie. If I would have told you coming into this game that Julian Humphrey would hold Isaiah Bond to 1 reception for 4 yards, you would be like, holy shit. Does he, you know what I'm saying, does he get injured? Like, what happened? And truthfully, he was in Galveston. I mean, honestly, there's no other way else to say it. Julio took him to the island. and left his ass there for dead. Because, boy, that was it. One reception for 4 yards.
Yeah.
That was it.
How did the fans how they respond to the physicality? Because I felt
they
like
were shocked the entire way through. Like
you could hear the pads popping, I'm assuming. So
yeah. So you heard the hit, and you also hear the fans like kind of shriek almost, like, "Oh man!" And I'm like, "That's a routine tackle for us." You think that shit's crazy? Wait till Dan Jackson get racist, okay? and sure enough, the alt-right king himself, he came out there with his mind was on a mission, baby. Oh man,
Keon, I need to ask you this: you were there, so what was your experience through the trash throwing? What walk us through that?
So
the people are asking, Keon, did you throw something on the field?
Keon probably threw that pulled pork sandwich wrapper.
No.
The people are asking, Keon, did you or did you not?
No. That was the student section. I wasn't sitting over there. No. They were sitting right behind the goalpost. You know, I, as a self-respecting adult, got a pretty good seat. So, you know,
he threw a water bottle and got to hit the damn band.
Keon threw a water bottle, just didn't make it to the field.
No, not at all. No, that was not me, not at all. But I will tell you this. Right? If I would have chunked one, boy, let me tell you, one of those officials that was behind the bench, buddy, you would have had to look out fucking with me, because I'm leaving here with something. Okay, somebody's getting concussed by this rocket I got. That is no problem right there. Imagine a ref getting taken into the injury tent. Crazy. Now, I will tell you, for me, it was different, because by the time all of that shit happened, it was just me telling the Texas fans, like, so y'all gonna watch this whole game? Like, you sure? Because, like, and then my thing is like, I told people before this game even happened, like, and Rob's heard me say this, we gonna come into this game, Quinn Ewers is finna get punched on, and immediately after that, y'all gonna bring Arch into the game, and then Arch is gonna get punched on, and then y'all gonna feel hopeless. And sure enough, I felt the energy drain so fast. Oh my God.
They went ballistic when Arch came in the game.
Oh yeah, you would have thought they scored. I mean, I look away real quick to check tweets and see what other games was going on, to fucking find out that Alabama got their shit kicked in, which, gotta tell you, shout outs to the city of Austin, Rustic Tap, huge, nice bar, nice facility, wonderful people. Okay, great people, really just on the Georgia side, because it was just like a Georgia like watch party. And yeah, I got in there, and
the place was so nice. Took Keon half an hour to realize all the waitresses were topless.
No, they were clothed. Mostly.
Yeah. He's like, I just thought that's what the hell they did it out here.
No, but it was a great bar.
Dallas.
I'm gonna tell you this: Austin is a city filled with 5 stars, whether they're on the field or not. What Kirby say? Always be Cruden season. And we're running an A1 program over here. That's what I'm trying to tell you. But got drunk in there. That was amazing. Popped out. I don't know if you've ever seen my Brock Bowers, Carson Beck stepbrother shirt. Walked in with that. Man, greatest idea. Because everybody's like, man, I love the shirt. Even Texas fans. Oh, I love the shirt. I was like, you're really lucky that this guy isn't here. Because if he was here, holy shit. Okay.
Oh man, I see Tyrese already prepping himself for tonight's Keon's court, which we're going to get to in a little bit for sure. We need to
But
do
yeah, no, it was straight up belt to ass, Paul. 4 quarters, 4 phases of domination, both sides of the switch, both ass cheeks. Like it was just punishment from grandpa and grandma all over again.
I mean, I felt like that was probably a top-notch atmosphere, just depending on how the game went, right?
Oh yeah, record-setting attendance to watch them get their shit kicked in.
Yeah, 105,000 got to watch people get them. Got to watch that happen. So
yeah. But yeah, definitely shout outs to the Rustic Tap. That was amazing. I got so drunk in there so fast. And then went to the game, got more drunk, and actually ate food then. That was beautiful.
Good for you.
That was beautiful.
Yep.
I knew the 3 waters math was going to add up eventually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was way too many waters on the original. I had a pork sandwich and a Modelo and 18 waters. I was like,
well,
God dang.
Hold on. The 18 waters is for the pulled pork, man. Get all that salt out. You know what I mean?
I was thinking it was so he had extra ones to throw on the field.
No, see, for me,
dirty motherfucker. Oh,
you gotta think about it, right? So I walked into the Rustic Tap. I got me a double shot of tequila to start the situation, and this was probably at like 2:00. So
started off with something light. I agree.
Right, we're 100%. And then my buddy who I walk in there with, he buys a case of Modelo's. So I'm like, fuck it. Or not a case, but he buys a bucket.
Okay, I was about to
say,
yeah, no.
We're going to have to redact this man's name from the story.
Yeah, no. So he buys a bucket. We Uber, mind you. We are not behind the driver's seat. Well, I was sitting in you know what I'm saying? Right. So there's no DUIs in this story. Maybe a public intox or two, but not a DUI. But yeah, so what happened? So I killed the double shot of tequila. My buddy buys a bucket. We kill the beers in the bucket. I say fuck it. I buy a bucket. We kill those beers in a bucket.
Oh
and
no.
Then I get another double shot of tequila, and then we look up, and I see Alabama beating Tennessee. Then I go piss, come back, score change. I'm like, whoa. I know the line was long, but it felt like we were gone for a decade. What happened? And then,
well, you were all sorts of fucked up, weren't you?
Oh man, we were drunk before. We were drunk before we go to the game. Also, here's where it get crazy. We go to another bar, another Georgia bar, right? By that time, yet again, all Georgia bar, we're just vibing out. You got to get a wristband. I think I had one of those. One of my buddy paid for mine and his. Crazy situation. So he decides to sell his ticket. Yeah. Decides to sell his ticket. So I'm like, okay, I got to catch the Uber then. You take it easy. I'm going to go watch this ass kicking live in HD or 4K, 8K. I'm there. So do that. I'll Uber. He drops me off as close as he can drop me, right? I get out the car and immediately it's like, okay, we just got to make it to the seats. I mean, honestly, that's the hardest part. Not gonna lie. DKR about old as shit, so it kind of got confusing. And then I've made it to my seat after getting the pulled pork sandwich, the 2 Modelo's, and the 3 waters, and the Cheetos. So I get to my seat. That's when everybody's like, hey, man, hope we don't get our shit kicked in. I'm like, probably will. All right. And then they start playing Mo Bamba and shit. So I'm up here thinking, all right, Shaq West. You know, we get into the whole ordeal.
By halftime, Keon has on burnt orange, singing with him, and a cowboy hat. He's
No, not at all.
There.
But
shirtless with a cowboy hat from the band.
No, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna say what player it was, but right before one of our players had an almost pick, I definitely remember turning to the guy next to me and saying, "Hey, look, I feel like a pick is coming, and if it is, I'm watching the rest of this game here with y'all shirtless." So throughout the game, here's where it's crazy. Shout outs to Parker. He was next to me. Texas fan, right? He decides that, hey, if Georgia goes down, I think we were up by this point. I'd like to say it was 17-0, right? I'd like to say.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, so we were about to score, and he was like, "Y'all aren't going to score here." I'm like, "We're definitely scoring. Like we're getting in that end zone real quick." Oh no, I think it was 10-0. I think it was 10-0. Wait, was it 10? It may have been 13. Either way, we scored a touchdown, and right before it happened, he was like, "Look, if y'all don't score, you buy me a drink. But if y'all score, I'll buy you a drink." I'm like, "Here's the thing. If we score, you're buying me two Modelo's and another water because we didn't kill everything we didn't showed up with." And I was like, "And if we don't score, I'll buy you 4 drinks right now." And he was like, "Okay, putting your nuts on the table." I was like, "You fucking right, along with my debit card." Okay. Cha-ching. What did we do? Trevor Etienne in for the touchdown. Booyah. So what we did was, right, as soon as that score came, I'm looking at Trevor Etienne. I'm looking at the guy next to me, Parker. Shouts to Parker. I'm like, "Hey, man, go ahead and make it 2 waters and 2 Modelo's because I know you're probably thirsty." So this guy comes back with 2 Modelo's stacked in one hand and another hand with 2 waters. I, of course, take the 2 Modelo's and the water. And I was like, "Should I take that last one?" I was like, "Nah, he's probably dehydrated." So we left him with water. We drank the water first just to let him know that, we were equals for that one moment. And then I began to shit on him after that, following those 2 back-to-back beautiful Modelo's that stayed perfectly cold. Got to give him a shout out for that. So, yeah, no, it was a great time.
Yeah, and this is the closest to the cookout that you could ever get without being at said cookout.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness. I'm glad everybody had a good time watching that game. I know I had a good time watching that game at TV. I think Rude said he had a good time watching the TV, yelling ball. Ball was on the ground a lot. So there's that. We're going to switch it up here. We're not doing Keon's Court just yet. We're saving that for last tonight, folks. First things first.
Wait, before we get there, Kobe, I see your message. I'm learning a beer has a lot to fear with Keon around. I know a beer hate to see me coming. Okay. I'm going to tell you that. All right. There comes.
Not just one of them. Small army of beer.
Yeah. They're going down, bucko. All right.
It's like the animations at when you go bowling. It's like there's a 10 pins just shaking, and here comes the bowling ball.
Right. That's me.
Oh, my God. All right. Who's ready for pick'ems, folks? Let's do pick'ems first. We're going to do pick'ems, then we're going to jump into best bets before we finish off with Keon's Court. Oh, man. All right, let's do this. What's first things first? Who's ready for the first matchup, folks? Oh, by the way, if you're watching, first off, make sure to like, follow, subscribe. If you're listening to this, please rate and review. Okay.
A reminder for the people back home: the standings, if you have them.
I do not have them. I will post them. They will be on social media tomorrow morning.
Cool beans.
Yep, they will be on social media as of, because right now I think, we'll see what's going on there. Wait a minute.
My, oh my.
Oh, hella turntables.
Man was biding his time letting Keon finish up. He's like, I just can't interrupt right now.
Story time had to be over, right? Golly.
Nah,
we just finished, actually.
I know.
Dan, that was called Cookout Chronicles.
Oh.
Yeah, I know.
Changed my mind.
We not only beat Texas, but I beat the fuck out of some Modelo this weekend. I tell you.
And shots.
I was listening to the story.
Oh man,
I'm done with y'all, man. All right, let's do our picks. Like I said, our total through week 8 we'll post up in the morning. But it's time for week 9. And the first matchup of the week.
I'm off to a shitty start.
Missouri versus Alabama. Don't know how to feel about this one, boys.
Yeah, this game's gotten super interesting, or I guess it's less interesting as
the
week
rusher,
has gone out. And Brady Cook.
And Brady Cook are doubtful. Well, Brady Cook's doubtful. The leading rusher's out.
Yeah, Brady Cook's not going to play. I mean,
I don't see that.
Yeah. And then, Lord told me a long time ago, you don't ride with Drew Pine. You just don't do it. I watched him play a couple series last week. I hate it that it's going to maybe cost Missouri this one because I think that they would have been competitive if healthy. But
with that being said, he kind of foreshadows this, but I think it is a clean sweep across the board. Alabama wins in Tuscaloosa.
Bama, baby.
Bama pissed about nothing but the Tide.
Blitz, Bama, blitz. That's all I hear right there. Now, I guarantee you he would fuck up a Modelo too, Keon.
Oh, man. I'm going to tell you. And you know what's the craziest part about it? Oh, God, this shit ain't over. This shit ain't over because as soon as we get out this bye week, I'm going to Florida.
You know what? I just realized we're gonna have to put an air tag on you.
I want you to understand. I legitimately, as soon as I said that, I felt like Squidward when he asked Patrick what he wants to order, and he's like, That's what it felt like. That's what it felt like. Second matchup: Auburn versus Kentucky.
All right,
this one's. What do you say, Keon?
Who did it? Which one of y'all? Yep, there's always one. There's always one. You took Auburn, didn't you?
Actually, myself, Dan, and Juan went with Auburn.
Sounds like we're about to even score.
So actually, you're the one who did
it. Listen, you just got your shit pushed in by Florida. Something's up.
All right. Y'all gonna do this to me? Okay.
We got dogs for real up in this thing.
Listen.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say
just stay out of the picture.
I said I've made a living fading Keon's picks over the years. So.
Yeah.
God down.
Yeah. How close are we in this race, buddy?
Pretty close, actually.
Yeah. One.
Not after this week.
Okay. Oh. Yeah, you said that. You said that after. You said that the last couple of weeks.
All I'm saying is on the screen right now, who's 1-0 this week, and who's not.
Well, spoiler alert. God almighty.
Okay. That's fair. That's fair.
All right. Third matchup, folks. Oklahoma, Ole Miss.
All right. We got Ole Miss. All right. So, as a unit, we should be. Yep. There it is.
Yeah, I don't
Go
think
Golden Retrievers.
I think Oklahoma should come out running like the wing T or something this week.
Oh, you're six. Oh, dude.
Six wide receivers out again. Jackson Arnold's back in the starting lineup. Come out and run triple option down their throat. See what's up for a couple drives.
That is disgusting.
You might as well get creative. I'm not gonna lie.
This one, I think this one's going to be fun because this one has some actual stake. This has got something at stake here.
Yeah, let's do the win.
LSU, Texas A&M.
I feel like we're split on this automatically.
Listen, I've been picking against Texas A&M all freaking year long, and I didn't last week, but I'm back on the bandwagon. I'm picking against them again.
Yeah.
Well, let's do this.
Wow.
I'll lone wolf it.
You gigging them? You gigging them?
That defense is no fucking joke.
It is, but that man they got slinging it in LSU. If he's healthy, he's good.
Nuts bus.
Oh, he's good.
He's good.
He's good.
Is the one kid that got hurt last week playing Nick?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm telling you right now, though, man. Listen, I understand they got Will Campbell and they've got tackles. The tackles are good, but if you've watched that Texas A&M defense, that thing is no joke. And it's at A&M too.
Did y'all see the graphic PFF posted this week talking about LSU starting 5 linemen have given up 0 sacks? And like every comment underneath it was like lies. South Carolina had like 3 sacks in that game.
So here's the thing, right?
Saying, don't push the hype. Like they probably got 2 first-round tackles, but don't sit here and tell me nobody's giving up a sack on the whole O-line all year.
Let's see. Oh, I didn't even read the comments on this. Mitch Allday was saying, which number is higher, LSU receiving touchdowns or Texas A&M rushing touchdowns? I would probably say LSU. Well, I don't know.
Receiving touchdowns for
sure. I could see that because I think A&M could. A&M. That Moss kid is good though too, and I think that's a push. I'm gonna push it. But if I had to choose, I might say LSU receiving touchdowns. If anything, I just don't know. I don't know. Tyree saying LSU as well. Listen, y'all, I understand. I think it's going to be a good game regardless, but I just think that defense, especially at home, dude, there's going to be some – and think about this, all whites versus all black. They did a blackout, so –
Well, pump your brakes, bro.
Brother, you got to be talking about jerseys right now.
That's what it is, yes.
All whites against all blacks.
I was about to be like, what the fuck?
Like, damn it, Robert.
What the fuck we got going on in this bitch?
You really think in today's era we're doing Jim Crow ball? Come on now.
We were gone. Hey, kick us out of here.
Notre Dame clearly is. I mean, what the fuck? Okay.
Come on, guys. It's 2024. Let's be real.
I was shocked you said it.
He said, there's no white football teams in America. What are you talking about?
Clemson. All right.
BYU. No, Samoans. But no, yeah, the uniform combo is about to be absolutely electric, in my opinion. The LSU all-white uniforms.
Jesus.
Uniforms.
All right. Next game.
Did I make people sweat? Apparently so. I'm going to jail. What did I mean by that? That's exactly what the fuck I meant, Tyree. You know what I mean.
I'll have to clip that later.
Yeah.
Next game.
The one that's already being played.
They're getting their shit kicked in. All right.
And here's what we got. Boom. Kobe, you're 1-0, basically.
Yeah. Look at you. You're going to be at the bottom. All right.
This one. Boise State, UNLV.
Give me the guy that stands like a serial killer.
That is a very good point. With that being said, hit it. Boom. Everybody going Boise State here.
Genty, touchdowns aplenty.
Listen, by the way, if Ashton Genty has another game like he has been, then that should honestly solidify him as like, what are we doing here? Give this man a Heisman.
They want to give that award to
Travis Hunter.
That's so bad. But it's Genty deserves it. That guy is playing lights out.
I'm just glad that this game is not on their blue turf so I can watch and enjoy.
That's so just miserable. You know they put in a rule after they installed that you couldn't do that, right?
Yeah. I think it's
so they got grandfather.
It's them.
They
have
turf.
Blue. There's red turf, and then I think Eastern Michigan has like the gray. It's like the color of like the whole color of my shirt.
Random question: what color is blue if you're colorblind?
Green.
It would have to be like some grayish color because you can't see.
Problem
color.
is there's a spectrum of like color blindness, like you're blue-green color blind, and
Could be a hueish tint, like a hue, different color, different hues of stuff. Yeah, maybe.
like shame. That's for people smarter than us. I'll ask Katie in the morning. She'll be able to tell us. I'll get back to you.
We need answers. We need answers. The people have requested this. Did you see? Hold on, Mitch. While we're on the Boise State stuff, did y'all see that Ashton Genty established a scholarship in his name?
Did not.
Nope. That's cool though.
Good deal. Good
Yeah,
for you,
good shit.
Ashton Genty. Hope this gets to you. Good for you. Seriously, good for you, man. Let's do next one. Nebraska, Ohio State, and Columbus.
I'm never picking Nebraska again, ever.
Boy,
Timu Mahomes, see ya, buddy.
Well,
clean sweep, my man. Keon, you were saying something, but what do you got to say?
yeah, we got the corn fuckers losing, of course, to Ohio State for sure. I just think that it's going to be I don't think it's going to be a close one, to be all the way honest.
Yeah, I think this could get nasty quick.
Yeah.
Let's see. I think, hold on. Tyree says people with certain types of color blindness may see blue as green or have difficulty distinguishing blue from other colors. WebMD that shit. Thank you, Tyree.
Appreciate it.
He asked
Fucking-
Jeeves for sure.
Bro, fucking Google with legs this man is. I appreciate it.
Next matchup. Notre Dame taking on Navy. And I think this game is very intriguing. Very intriguing.
Wake up the echoes. You have Navy coming in there. I don't think people realize how big of a game this used to be. This was
Oh,
a
it used to
huge-
be massive.
Dan, I
Speaking of
hope you're riding with me, Dan.
Oh boy, let's bring on the. Yeah.
Myself, Kobe, and Juan are riding with Navy to take the upset. Keon and Dan, along with the brigade, are taking Notre Dame in this one.
I'm not gonna lie. If Notre Dame loses this game,
Which they will.
next week's Keon's Kourt is just gonna be dedicated to Notre Dame and nobody else. I
Oh,
promise.
Jesus Christ. How
That
can you
triple
really-
option, man. I'm telling you.
Hey, they
It's
got
a
a passing
menace.
attack. Hey, they got a passing attack with that too, though.
Yeah, but I watched some like compilation video of like the different versions that they run off of the triple option this year.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's disgusting. I would hate to see it in the playoffs, honestly.
Can we just take a moment to say it's pretty freaking cool that Army and Navy are both really freaking good this year?
They're ranked.
Yeah.
Both of them are ranked.
I agree.
Hell yeah. The service academies, let's go. People,
Hold on, I got to say something. It's the hell with Army. It's the hell with Navy. God damn it, Air Force. You're letting me down. You're like 1-6. Hurting my fucking feelings, man. God. Hurt my
I
heart.
mean,
people don't realize like the powerhouses in college football were Army, Navy, and Notre Dame. Like Alabama wasn't a thing. Like it was Army, Navy, and Notre Dame. Those were the top 3 teams in the country every single year.
and say it with me: segregation football. Okay. All right, there it is. All right.
Now that's the all whites you're talking about, Keon.
That is the original whites. God damn it, fresh out the pack.
That's the vintage whites, not the exciting whites.
Those are for sure the vintage whites. God damn it.
All right, let's get back to business, folks. This game, I don't think anybody had this on their 2024 bingo card, but if I said Illinois and Oregon was a high-profile matchup in the Big Ten, I think you'd laugh at me. But here we are.
Who we got?
Number 1, Oregon, and Illinois is ranked actually too. And here are the results. Here are our picks.
Quack, quack.
Everybody going with them Ducks. Surprise? Any surprise? No?
I mean,
Generation O.
I think Illinois is good. I just think, again, you're playing on the road. I just think that's tough to overcome.
Yeah, they're good in fucking wrestling, okay, but this is football. These guys are fucked. They're ranked for this week and this week only.
What makes you think Illinois is good at wrestling?
Because it's in the Midwest. Yeah.
But it's typically
Iowa's good at wrestling. Minnesota's good at wrestling.
Iowa State.
Illinois is
Iowa State is better at wrestling.
No, Iowa.
Iowa State.
The Hawkeyes.
Iowa State is better than Iowa in wrestling.
Penn State.
Are you talking about historically or just this year?
No, historically.
Sir.
Historically, they
had a kid that I went to school with wrestle for Iowa State, by the way.
Oh dear God, gentlemen.
Either way,
we're talking wrestling.
Either way,
don't get too lost, gentlemen.
All right,
don't get
and
too
here we
lost.
go. Here we go. So
both of them are still better than Penn State.
All right, enough of that.
What?
I got the quarterback clap for that one.
We're at a timeout. I'm not going to listen to the Penn State wrestling slander.
You
got me stirred in all of a sudden.
Yeah.
All
Oklahoma State's another one of those. But anyway.
All right, here we go, boys. Jaden's game of the week. Texas Longhorns taking on Vanderbilt Commodores in Nashville. So Jaden picks Texas, but how do we feel everyone else is going here? Here we go. Boom. And if you're curious, Jaden chose that graphic as well. So just giving you a heads up. That's the mind of a 6-year-old.
Also, just because I'm seeing this again, I'm sorry.
PG-13. Keep PG-13. Keep PG-13.
Can't do it.
Oh, boy. See, I watched that Texas game with me, and y'all legitimately thought that entrance into the state, the entrance onto the field of where the Texas players came out of, y'all telling me that didn't look like a uterus to nobody else but me. Nobody else but me.
Oh, right. It's tubular.
That's it. That's all we had.
That's fallopian, dude. That's fallopian, dude.
Fallopian football.
Talking about the Vandy game for a second, though.
Yeah, let's get back to business.
I do think Vandy has a legitimate chance of keeping the game competitive. I think the problem is Vandy's biggest issue is they beat Alabama. And so now instead of kind of sleepwalking in to Vanderbilt like Texas maybe would have done, they're on high alert going, hey, we have to be paying attention. We have to be ready, studying the playbook. We can't be looking ahead. We have to look at Vandy, what they do well, what we can do to stop them. I still think Vandy's going to make this a competitive game. I just think that Texas is probably out for a little bit of blood if possible. Isaiah Bond out. So, be interesting to see how Texas responds. That's the other thing. We have a history of, I think Kirby said at one time that like teams are, I don't remember when this was, maybe like 2019, but teams were like 3-13 the weeks following playing us. That not only do we beat you the week we play you, but then we also cause a lot of people to either be injured or out of sorts the next week. So it'll be kind of interesting to see how Texas bounces back.
Oh, by the way, Kobe is officially 1-0 on this week so far, 41-13. Yeah, that was
okay, all right.
Can I get a make pick 6? Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
He's throwing it.
Oh, yeah, 3 of them at the very least. So,
all right, next one.
Dan, by the way, what you sent me is blurry.
Oh,
is that Keon?
It's Keon in a singlet.
Wait, where?
You gotta just throw it up here for everybody if you can.
Oh yeah.
Big bag.
Somebody put a Modelo in that man's hand.
Oh yeah, we're taking it.
Mark
we're taking home the gold.
Everybody gonna get their ass kicked.
We're taking home the gold for sure. In fact,
right.
he don't want to see me. Okay, that's the problem right there.
All right. Let's do
Also wanted to tell y'all, Texas fans did not respond well to the barking. Nevertheless, we fucking barked. Okay,
Is that why you
and
lost your
guess
voice?
what? We also made Bevo bark too. Okay.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Help us, please. All right, let's get back to business, folks. Upset alert. Or actually, no, excuse me, locks of the week. Here we go. Locks of the week. I have Alabama covering a 16.5 point spread. I don't know why that is. Alabama. I actually messed up that. Alabama over Missouri. Keon, you've got Oregon over Illinois. Kobe, you've got James Madison over Southern Miss. Juan and Dan, Utah over Houston. With the upset alert, me and Juan are riding together. Stanford upsetting Wake Forest at home with a +3. Keon, you've got Oklahoma State upsetting Baylor +7. Dan and Kobe riding together. BYU upsetting UCF +2.
Give me the Mormons.
Dude, when I saw that line, I mean, there's something off about that line. Like that makes me nervous because I saw that line and like that's the easiest game I've ever had to pick in my life. I don't understand how BYU is an underdog to UCF. I don't get it. I'm missing something.
I agree.
So are they.
Yeah. Those are the picks of the week. And we'll pull up a graphic real fast to let people see just for sure so we can recap everything. And we'll just let that be sitting there for a second. I think it's going to be an interesting slate of games, boys. I really do. Hopefully it's a good week of games. Obviously, with Georgia on a bye. But let's break it into real fast. Let's break into best bets, all right? So if you're looking for some money, if you're looking to make some money, I want you to understand this. If you're not familiar with it, we take 6 games, and we also give Jaden, my son, 2 games.
Yep.
And by the way, before we show the graphic and break down these games, I want you to understand, Jaden has been doing this for about 3 weeks now. If I'm not mistaken, he's had 3 weeks of this, and he hasn't missed yet.
How old is he?
He is 6.
All right, so let's just run this back for people, right? You take 6 picks and find like your 6-year-old child and say, hey, which mascots do you like? Then the mascots he picks, put $100, 1 parlay, cash out, go to Disneyland.
Hey, I'm just letting it be known in weeks past, if this is new to you, a couple of weeks ago, he did pick the Oregon money line to beat Ohio State and Arizona State.
He doesn't know what the money line is. How the hell did he pick a money line?
I had to ask him if he wanted to, if he had the points or not.
He's advanced. He's an advanced young gentleman.
Hell, I'm 45 years old and I can't hardly figure out the money line.
No, keep in mind, he had that as an upset. He had that as an upset anyway. So I just put it on the money line. Because he literally said he had them beating who the fuck they play that week. Whoever they played, he had them beating them. So only way to do it was to do money line, if that makes sense.
Hey man.
Kids got it, dude. I'm just letting you be known.
Bro.
Letting you be known.
He continued to hit on these bets. You got to get more of the snacks that he wants in the house. Like this is about to get insane.
Oh yeah, no, 100%. Here's the best bets for week 9, folks. Here's our best bets. We'll break it down. We've got Ole Miss -21 with -108 right there at 108. Money line is your +114. We got BYU money line. We got Kansas State at -10. They will cover that spread at a -108 odds as well. Colorado -5.5 at 108 odds. Texas Vanderbilt. I got this over 51.5. I think Texas's offense and Pavia can score enough. That is -112. And then I've got Stanford money line +114 odds. Jaden's best bets. He's got Miami covering the 21 points on Florida State, by the way, folks, at 110 odds. And he's got LSU money line at 105 odds. So there, we'll give you a perfect picture there. We'll post this out as well. But hey, I'm just saying, I think that's a good week for him too. I think that looks to be a very good possibility there.
Yeah, go ahead and throw that bad boy in the group chat so I can tail it.
Yep, there you go. I mean, definitely look at it. Yeah, so we'll post that up. We'll post that up as well. Those odds are via DraftKings. So no, not an advertisement, just who I use for the odds. Oh, buddy. Now that that's been done and settled, we've made our predictions for week 9, but there are some teams that have been subpoenaed to stand trial for the crimes that were committed in week 8. They were accused of certain crimes in week 8. It's time for another episode of Keon's Court.
All right, all rise. Shout out to Aaron Judge. Who's first?
The first case is Alabama v. Tennessee. Alabama is being charged for libel for Alabama fans going out and slander and libeling, basically saying that they were going to beat Tennessee, and this had been planned and been spoken for weeks ahead of that matchup.
I mean, after what I saw out of that game, if you would have told me that Tyler Huntley went back to get his master's at Alabama, I'd have believed you. I mean, it was horrible. Absolutely horrible. Anybody trying to defend Alabama right now? Let's hear it.
I mean, to be fair, that was probably one of our hardest games on the road. Our season is still we have to win out. We have to win out. Other than that, though, I think Jalen Milroe will play better. I think we need to get the running game. We need to run Jalen Milroe more, get back to what he does best, and we need to get more sound physically. Hey, by the way, we're going back to the basics and doing the small things. It's tucking our shirt in practices and before the week. So we're getting back to the basics and the fundamentals.
Powell. Send this man back to Washington, Powell.
Oh, okay. Well, if there's nothing else to say on it.
Sir, Your Honor, we have a chat member, Tyree, asking for a plea deal. Is a plea deal on the table?
Hell no. I mean, not at all. In fact, Alabama is now being held in contempt. I appreciate you, Tyree. Go ahead. I'm going to be honest with you. They guilty as fuck. They can't win in the state of Tennessee at all, no matter if it's the Commodores or the Volunteers. No, they're guilty as fuck.
Next case.
I almost thought that case said liberal. That'd have been a funny thing to found Alabama.
Interesting.
Liberal and libel. The whole state's fucked up.
Next case, Florida State University. Throughout the season, this is just another continuation in week 8. Florida State is being charged with pollution for dumping shit on each field that they play on every Saturday.
Did that 1, 2, 3, 4 Noel guy eat the dog shit yet?
Your Honor, I do not believe he did. No, that was not the original person.
Yeah, that looked like a fucking Chihuahua turd. You know.
I mean, I'm not sure what defense you can come to. The evidence is overwhelming. The portal has been there. They've taken some star guys. 5-star DJ, you should have hung it up after Clemson is running out there. You know, he's hurt. Gone to the backup. Things aren't looking much better. You know, people are calling for Mike Norvell's job. And I think it all kind of stems from a lot what we saw last year, 13-0, winning ACC, and then walking in the Orange Bowl, get left out, walking in the Orange Bowl, get just beat to death. And then all offseason, I think what really has prefaced all this dumping has been, oh, we were 13-0, undefeated, unconquered. We got rings that say unconquered. We got plaques that say unconquered. We have all these things going up talking about the undefeated season that Florida State had. And I think it kind of takes some UCF vibes of like, you're putting a twist on a narrative to make it look good for you, when in reality, if you're a player at Florida State, you had a chance to show on a national stage why you belong in the playoffs, and you got beat 63-3. You didn't even score a touchdown, and I think that's kind of shown its head throughout this season. I mean, you kind of showed up, you lose a game early in the year, your season's not over, and it's like they've abandoned ship. They'll be lucky to win 2 games all year, in my opinion.
Your Honor, the prosecution has brought forth evidence of pollution in the fact of Week 8. So the Week 8 evidence. Florida State polluted so much so they allowed Duke University to beat Florida State for the first time in program history.
Yeah, I've heard enough.
No. The only defense I have for you, Your Honor, is the fact that Georgia absolutely broke us. They broke our spine. They murdered us, and we cannot recover. So we're doing the best we can. We would get fined. We would get fined by not showing up for these games. So we're here just so we don't get fined. Sir.
Hold on, wait. You're just countersuing because you're Florida State.
I didn't say anything about countersuing, sir. I just said we're here so we don't get fined.
Well, sir, you did sue everyone for anything, by the way.
Well, I will tell you this. They're guilty as fuck. All right. Down the Trail of Tears, you go. Okay. That season is over, bucko.
Damn it.
Right. Who?
All right, ladies and gentlemen of the court, this juror and prosecutor is going to see y'all on next week's episode of Keon's Court.
Copy that. Next case, Indiana v. Nebraska. Indiana is being accused of assault for quote unquote, end quote, putting belt to ass on Nebraska. I want to start by saying this. That poor child did not deserve that. It did not. Did not deserve it. What did he do to Indiana? He just played quarterback where his dad played at college. Is that the only thing? He had him playing good football? Well, I need to know why the Illinois Fighting Illini decided to assault that team. Not only that one child, but all 85 of them.
Sir, Your Honor, let me speak. First of all, the prosecutor can't even get the name right. It's Indiana, okay? We're Indiana, and that's kind of what we're coming down to here is we have been the redheaded stepchild forever and ever, amen. We are the ones that have been taking the ass whipping every single year. It is time for the University of Indiana to put belt to ass on some other people. So, Your Honor, we are not guilty. We had some comeuppance, and we getting it.
Y'all definitely beat that fake Patrick Mahomes lookalike. Y'all definitely knocked a few pounds off of him. So, for sure, with that said, y'all guilty as fuck. I mean, there's no other way around that. Y'all sat up here and made your presence be known in football, okay? Indiana, you are a basketball school. And don't you forget it, okay? Chill all this under. We'll make lunch going on at this pace. Who's next?
The next case, Illinois v. Michigan. Illinois is being charged with voluntary manslaughter for killing Michigan's playoff hopes.
All right, let's get into it.
Your Honor, we do not have Connor Stallions on our sidelines. We are a different team without that man. And we are trying to establish our quarterback with 2 quarterback systems.
Okay.
Your Honor, one of our quarterbacks' names is Orgy. I don't really know what you expect us to do.
Run an Orgy. That's what I would do. And that's what Illinois did to Michigan this past weekend, Your Honor. Just fucked them all kind of ways. There's no getting around that.
Well, I will tell you this. Illinois, y'all definitely did stomp that Michigan shit out, boy.
Your Honor, 21-7. It was very sluggish.
Damn. Even the special teams got in on that ass kicking. Well, with nothing else left to say, Illinois, you are also guilty.
Next case, Your Honor, USC all season long. They're being charged with fraud. Your Honor, I would like to state that the defense has mentioned that they have a new defensive coordinator and that they should be given time to learn the personnel and learn the defensive schemes.
Yeah, I heard he blocked people on Twitter. That shit crazy.
Well, that's a start, Your Honor. Good defense.
Well, let me just tell you this. USC, when they brought in Lincoln Riley, they said that the dynasty was coming and that we're about to see the great heights of USC football again. We ain't seen nothing, Your Honor. They brought in a Heisman Trophy winning quarterback and they couldn't win. And now they're trotting out, I don't know what they're trotting out, but it ain't good. And they are a fraud. They are 100% a fraud.
Your Honor,
this is the easiest case you've had all day, Your Honor.
Your Honor, we are adjusting to a new conference, a little bit more physical of a conference, which also keep in mind our defense is adjusting. We have played well at times. We are just not extremely consistent. Expect that with a year one new defense, a new defensive scheme, considering the fact, understand that take into context, previous years, there were no defense under former defensive coordinator Alex Grinch, Your Honor.
I mean, I do think that is fair. Y'all have been ass on the defensive side, so I will give you that. Yet again, I do think it's a little bit too early. Like, nobody really believed in y'all that had a damn brain to begin with. So I can't necessarily say that y'all are frauds. I will say that y'all are idiots, but luckily you can't go to prison for that. I find y'all not guilty.
Your Honor, the last case is Georgia v. Texas. Your Honor, Georgia is being charged with home invasion for going into Texas's trap and, quote unquote, taking over their trap.
Oh, Jesus.
Your Honor, I would like to say that the prosecution has brought forth everyone doubted the University of Georgia.
They did.
It is on Texas.
Mm-hmm.
It is on Texas to be better prepared.
Mm-hmm.
However, Your Honor, as a prosecution, you have to take into context the fact that Georgia went into their house, invaded their house, was barking at fans.
I was one of them.
In tune to a 30-15 beating hold on. Two quarterbacks were beat up inside their own home, Your Honor.
Yeah.
Does the defense have any words?
No, we're guilty.
I will say this, Your Honor. I want to preface this. The defense did bring forth some evidence. This was their first real SEC matchup.
Yep, that's true.
They were not. True. So the defense is stating they may not have been exactly prepared for such an instance.
Well, I'll tell you this, right? As I won't even say, as a person that witnessed these said charges be committed, I gotta say, Georgia, you for sure did that. You're guilty. 1 week probationary period. Okay.
Oh, the prosecution is bringing forth new evidence.
Oh yeah, those two. Well, shit. Yeah, those two quarterbacks look fucking traumatized. What in the hell?
Your Honor,
we did that to him, sir.
Your Honor, there is lifelong PTSD and trauma from said home invasion, from this charge.
Yeah, there's nothing but fear behind those eyes. I could see it. Holy shit. I think Arch may have shit himself. I think he just shit himself.
Oh, he shit himself.
He shit himself.
Yeah, the University of Georgia is found guilty. 7-day probationary period.
Well,
go Dogs.
Go Dogs. Folks, and that is this week's episode of Keon's Kourt. I mean, I'm just here to let you know that I feel like those verdicts were reached, and I felt like they were reached very professionally. And I have to look at Georgia specifically, and Georgia did go into Texas, and they did 7 sacks, folks. That's an ass whipping. Said three strip sacks.
Listen, I just want to say that I did research, and I presented a case that should have been brought to the court, and Robert shit on it. So, thank you, Robert.
You're welcome. You don't have to thank me, though.
All of this shit was judged fairly. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, it was pretty fair. Georgia, y'all definitely did that. 7-day probationary period, $200 fine, 3 Go Dogs, and hey man,
and a Bucky shirt. You have to pay for a Bucky shirt.
Got to get a Bucky shirt, and
maybe even a trip to Whataburger.
Honestly, you got to go in a patty melt. That's about it. Patty melt, onion rings, and a Powerade.
Hey, do they have In-N-Out burgers in Texas?
No. Yeah, it's bullshit.
Oh, they do. Where at in Texas? Sorry.
All over.
They must have changed that since when I was there. I was in there 2010.
Yeah.
So it's bullshit. It's not worth it.
No, it's not worth it. Yeah. Also, Rob, shit usually changes after 15 years.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. I know. I'll tell you what though. Whataburger. I didn't even realize it. I didn't know the patty melt was a thing until after I had it. I never got the opportunity to get it back.
Bro, you've never had a patty melt?
No, I didn't know that their patty melt was what you should get. I never heard of it at the time. Of Whataburger, period. I'd never heard of it until they were like, dude, you got to come here.
Oh, we just got one down the street. But when we were in Texas, my son wanted to eat at Whataburger like every freaking day. He just loved that damn place.
Like it wasn't bad. I mean, at the same time, like I said, no one told me like, hey, what should I get? Like, you know how Keon, I told you what to get from Bojangles.
Right. So y'all don't have a Whataburger out there?
We have one. We have multiple in Georgia.
Well, I know y'all do. I'm talking about in North Carolina.
No.
See, that's the trade-off. That's the trade-off. You want some Whataburger, Give me some Bojangles, okay? The deal can be done. It's just that simple.
I'm not.
What is your go-to at Bojangles? Because I will pick this shit up in the morning.
Me?
Yeah.
All right, let me break this down. This is science, folks. I gotta
go. Wait. Bojangles, Whataburger. If you are watching this, sponsor this podcast because we love you both.
Oh, I'll support it. Shit. All right, so let me break this down. Here is my menu of choice. Okay, get myself a Cajun filet biscuit with egg and cheese. Get the combo. Get the combo. Right, get the combo. Got to go both sides season fry, extra seasoning, and then get you a huge tea. Get you a sweet tea. Right, I love my sweet tea, but if you want a soda, feel free. I get it. I'm not mad. But then on the side, outside of that, what you need to get, it will change your life. Now, Keon, if I'm not mistaken, I told you about this before this became a menu item. I don't even know if it's still fully on the menu item. I had to look again. But I was doing this, Dan, I was doing this before this became a thing. I would take a Bowberry biscuit, and I would get a sausage patty on the side.
Okay, this is my order.
I would cut it open and put the sausage patty in the Bowberry biscuit and eat it that way with the icing and everything.
Damn right. That's my okay. Never mind. All right. So we're on the same page. The Bowberry with the sausage patty, and then I get the bow rounds because those bow rounds are fire.
But if you like some onion taste to it, for sure. I like the seasoned fries. I think if they're cooked right, oh buddy, they're good. And if they're hot and fresh with the seasoning on them and the seasoning's ingrained in it, yes. But the Cajun, I would suggest the Cajun filet with egg and cheese on that too. However, I'm going to tell you this. If you want to be fun with it, I've made a couple variations to this. You take your Cajun filet with egg and cheese, but throw a sausage patty in that. Or you say that, but the chicken, the Cajun filet and the sausage have the spices, but the egg and cheese mellows it down and cools it down enough, and it's a very good combo.
However, that's too big of a damn bite.
Man up. Or you can get the Cajun filet biscuit with egg and cheese, but put it on the damn Bowberry biscuit. You'd be surprised that that's actually really good. But that's what I do. And I also tear up their chicken, by the way. Their chicken, the Supreme, you can't go wrong with, and the chicken itself, delicious as fuck too.
What I like to go with when it comes to going to Whataburger, I'll do the patty melt with jalapenos, right?
The jalapenos.
So, yeah. We'll do this spicy jalapeno ranch or regular ranch on the burger as well. Get you another one, ranch, because you're going to be you need something to put your fries or your onion rings in. Boom. That, Gatorade, you're done.
It sounds like a good deal. I also learned that Bojangles, so Dan, I don't know if you've seen it recently, but they did do a sausage Bowberry biscuit, officially a menu item. With what I've tried to do was get an egg on it, egg and cheese on that. It doesn't hit right. It's too greasy. At least the one that I had was too greasy.
Yep, this is the big back portion of the podcast. So we appreciate y'all for sticking around. And yet again, Bojangles, Whataburger, definitely come fuck with your boys.
Can't stop.
Love your food.
You ready for it? Can't stop. Won't stop. It is what it is. No, but seriously, I'm always down to talk some food.
The Bojangles pimento cheese biscuits don't miss either.
I'm not one of pimento cheese guy, but I mean it's hard to really miss on Bojangles. Period.
They had a Bojangles pimento cheese on a Cajun biscuit or Cajun filet biscuit in the morning, and that thing is they had that before Chick-fil-A had it.
See, yeah, I mean Bojangles biscuits are straight though too. Yeah, Keon, that's a good choice. Keon, go get yourself some Whataburger. With that being said, though, folks, we will see. I want to let it be known. If you're watching this right now or you're listening to this, let us know. Just let us know that you got Bojangles or Whataburger, wherever you listen from. Okay, just let us know. Just tweet out.
Let us know in the comments what your favorite order is
from
at
either
Bojangles and or Whataburger.
Yeah, do that.
But as for me, I'm finna go get some Whataburger. So I am signing off. Go Dogs. Appreciate y'all. Follow us on all social medias. Follow me on all social medias. I'm Podcast Poppy on Twitter. Probably finna open a space. Come fuck with your boy. Go Dogs. Sick 'em.
That scared the dogs for real. With that being said, though, folks, I'm Robert. That's